buy that for $1.
Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
Now, say my name.
Welcome back to Deadwire Live on this. What is worse than Friday the 13th, according to Chad? Saturday
the
14th.
14th.
So we're following that one up. We got Chad with us again. Great to have you with us here, buddy.
Always glad to be here.
Right on. And Kevin, glad you could join us tonight. We know you're not feeling the best with your head, but we can get right on into it.
It's like pressure going all the way through.
So
like a little vice grip from a kill in Friday the 13th. It's Jason. Get off my head.
Waiting for my eyeball to go.
Boop. At least it's not flames on the sides of your face.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm much calmer than that today.
That is very true. Somebody was enjoying his Hogwarts Legacy, as I was hearing through Messenger today.
I figured out how to make my guy look like the Shadow. It's totally cool.
Nice.
He's not kidding. It actually looked pretty damn good, except for the scarf part. I wasn't exactly a fan of the scarf.
No, but it was the only thing in red that wasn't like Gryffindor.
So it wasn't a full Lamont Cranston, but close enough.
Yes.
That looked pretty close.
And then the broom blows fire out the back when I get going. So I'm like, fuck yeah. I have way too much fun with this shit. And then making him turn invisible after that, which is like a whole new level of cool.
Oh, you use the cloak?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
No, hey, if you're doing the shadow, it works. That was the gimmick in the old radio series, is he would turn invisible.
Oh yeah, and then I go up behind people and knock them the fuck out. It's amazing.
Hey, if you're gonna game right.
Damn
knock
straight.
fuckers out while you're invisible and from behind.
I have way too much fun with this shit.
Hey, no problem with that. I do that when I'm playing like Stellar Blade, but I haven't gotten back to that game in a little bit. I was actually wanting to play like Friday the 13th, but I don't necessarily want to deal with idiot kids and and server wait times. I don't even know what the servers are like today. So
I didn't even know they were still active.
You can still kind of play the games. They got to be like private lobbies, though. I don't think the public lobbies are working. But then again, I haven't tried the game in a few months, so I don't know. I thought about even Evil Dead, but I'm like, nah, we got some work to do for the shows. So
yeah, that's true. That was the only thing that like stopped me from playing my game today. Was like, oh shit, I do have some TV to watch. Fuck.
Friday the 13th, the series, everybody. Curious Goods.
Chill
time.
I'm
Friday
still
the 13th, part 4 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. Love watching that one again.
See, and I felt like an ass because I told Brandy, I'm like, I already know what Jeff's talking about when he's telling me that he's cracking up laughing. He's laughing about Crispin Glover. And then you had to follow that up with, no, that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm like, well, fuck him.
There's a particular line towards the very end. Oh my God, he's killing me. He's killing me. And I'm like, it just put me in like stitches. And I sent a message to Kevin about that. And he just replied back, oh, Crispin Glover. I'm like, no, the guy at the end, he's literally screaming, oh my God, he's killing me. He's killing me. As Trisha is just looking at him from the stairs into the basement. It just cracked me up. Like, who screams, he's killing me. He's killing me. It was fucking...
The writers were out that day. We're sorry.
It's about the only moment in that movie I'm like, okay, that was comedy right there. Comedy gold. You all have to see it. Like anybody who's seen Friday the 13th part 4, you know how goofy some of that dialogue could be. That is when it was totally hammed up. And it's like, who fucking told him to emote and inflect like that? It was super fucking funny. Something out of like Troll 2. It's like, you can't piss on that.
I was thinking that same thing. But you got to think there had to be a lot of cocaine involved.
Probably.
I mean, this was the 80s. That was the drug of choice.
And Kevin's having a flashback.
Kinda, yeah. This is only 84, so yeah, there was Still a lot of cocaine going. I remember that day. Anyway.
Well, speaking of some cocaine, let's take a line and keep on moving. Kevin, what do you got for us this week?
Oh, so my first story is a downer, of course. We lost a beloved sensei, Peter Renaday.
I did not know about this till just now, actually.
Yes, best known for playing the voice of Master Splinter from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. But Chad, you'd said he had a much grander career than just that.
Yeah, he had started doing live action TV back in 1965. And he had been in some other animated features. He was in the Aristocats. He was in the Rescuers. He had done a lot. His wife had worked for Disney.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
Yeah, he'd done a lot of Disney stuff. A lot of live action work, but the first like series that he had done animation wise was the 1987 Ninja Turtles.
And he owned it as Splinter. He really did.
He did.
That was a great voice.
Because he was Splinter, and he was also Vern, that other reporter who was constantly getting under April's skin.
See, I don't remember that character, actually.
Yeah, he wore a pink shirt.
Okay. Okay, now I gotcha.
Yeah, pink shirt, kind of
cowardly.
Yeah. Sniveling coward.
Yep.
But also spoke Hollywood chic. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
I need to rewatch that.
Yeah.
I think it's just over there. I think Kevin sent it to me for a Christmas gift one year.
It's good shit. The what is it? Is it Reshelled or Shredder's Revenge? Shredder's Revenge.
Oh,
yeah. The new one that they did that was supposed to look like it was 16-bit. Vern's in that. He's one of the side missions you have to unlock.
Oh god.
Okay, because we haven't finished that game yet. That's actually one of the ones we want to finish.
It's pretty awesome. I like that one.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
So, golly, Godspeed to him, and
yeah.
You know, our heart goes out to everybody that worked with him, especially the original Ninja Turtle crew. They all wrote out some really nice things for him this week.
Yeah, you had seen something from Rob Paulson, and I saw something from Townsend Coleman. Didn't see anything from Cam Clark. He did Leonardo, and I forget the name of the guy who voiced Donatello back in the day. I really forget. That has gone out of my head.
Yeah, I know. Every time we learn something new, something old we used to know falls out.
Especially the closer we get to our 50s.
Don't remind me.
Hey, I just turned 48 not that long ago. I'm getting really close.
I'm only 1 year behind you in another month or so.
I still got a ways to go, but still, I feel it.
Now we have Master Splinter hanging out with Shredder again.
Yes, we do. And we not only did we lose a Ninja Master this week, unfortunately, we lost a Jedi Master as well.
Ooh, good picture too.
That's a great picture of him.
James Earl Jones, of course, the voice of Darth Vader, beloved actor of our time.
Absolutely.
Passed away this week. George Lucas, paraphrase what he said, is for the last 50 years, people have come to cower at his voice being synonymous with Darth Vader, and they didn't really realize that he was one of the kindest and most sweetest souls that ever walked the face of the earth. And golly, what a pleasure and a privilege it must have been to know him and work with him.
Nobody ever said a damn bad word, even slightly, about this man. And he has such great presence, such a range, amazing talent. He's been in like things going back to like Dr. Strangelove and How I Learned to Love the Bomb to not only Star Wars, but Field of Dreams. He's been Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Games, you know.
Hunt for Red October.
Hunt for Red October. Thank you, Chad.
Exorcist 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way
to go, Kevin.
City Limits.
Oh,
that's from Misty's.
Yeah.
Just
He
a
was,
great career.
I
To
mean,
show how important he was, they projected Darth Vader on the Empire State Building the night that
I
he
forgot to look for that image, so that was really good. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
the only thing I've seen close to that is when they projected the bat symbol on the LA County City Hall.
Oh yeah.
When Kevin Conroy passed away and Adam West.
Yeah. I was gonna say I remember that from Adam West.
yeah, I remember that too.
So, but
This-
that was just absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, condolences to the family. Like
Mhm. No,
amazing career.
When I got home from work Monday, the first thing we did was we put on episode 4.
That's really the most appropriate thing you could do, I think. Like I just watched Conan last week.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't really watch that again without getting yelled at. But
I fired up Conan for what I was able to watch that night because I was kind of tired. But that's one of my favorites right there. Also Doom, motherfucker.
yeah, he was so scary to me as a kid. But I was never afraid of him, like the characters that he played, sure.
Yes.
But I was always fascinated by him. And I think it was because I wasn't afraid of Darth Vader. I loved Darth Vader. I thought he was the coolest. But you guys know me. I usually root for the bad guys.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that?
Damn.
Apparently
I've been living my life the wrong way the entire time.
Shit.
That's why I called the final girls the bad guys of monster movies.
They kind of are.
Hey,
true
you know,
evil.
you're not wrong.
He's a misogynist. No. It could be final boys and they'd still be the villains of the movies.
And then when we get to, Jason Lives, we know who the real villain is. It's Tommy Jarvis because he actually resurrects fucking Jason and brings him back to life and creates chaos for 7 more movies.
Oh,
You're
God.
welcome.
Oh, I have to go make
Thanks, Tom
sure
Matthews.
he's dead. So it's a lightning storm. I'm going to shove a piece of metal in his dead body. Yeah, like that could have no ill effects whatsoever.
Nope.
I've never read Mary Shelley.
Feed my Frankenstein.
Man behind the mask.
Yep. Love that song. Love that soundtrack.
Great. Oh, that movie.
Wayne's World?
That had no.
Oh,
Talking
Jason
about
Lives.
Well, okay, Wayne's World had a good soundtrack too.
Yes.
But I was talking about Jason Lives. That had a great soundtrack.
I need to go look that up. But I can tell you almost every song that's on the Wayne's World soundtrack. That's how fucking... Anyway, like I said, I feel the age.
Don't we all?
Yep.
So, but moving along to happier news. Okay, so I think it was last week or the week before we reported that there was rumors that not Sony. Yeah, I guess Sony had they're out and out with the Chris Miller and the other producer of the Spider-Verse movies.
Oh yeah.
Well, that has since been disproven. Chris Miller took to X to say all those are false. We are still working diligently on the movie. There is nothing slowing it down. So, for people who are waiting for the finale of the Spider-Verse movies, that is still on schedule and still coming. And won't take another 2 years to show up, apparently.
It says unlikely to debut before 2027. They're gonna need to get moving on some of that CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's a frantic one like the second one was.
Oh, see, I still haven't seen that one. I didn't want to watch it because it looked like... Anyway.
It's all right. I didn't mind it, but the first one was way better.
I didn't think I was going to like the first one, and I really did. So I was kind of like, okay, I'll watch the second one eventually.
The main problem is it legit ends on a cliffhanger. It feels like it intentionally ended in the middle of telling a story. So. I would almost tell you just to wait until the third one comes out anyway. But if it never comes out, then you could probably go back and watch it.
We'll put it on our show.
Damn right.
Let's see here. What else? Oh, speaking of canceled shows, it's not canceled yet. We don't want it to get canceled necessarily, but
Acolyte season 2?
no, that's still gone. And I don't think I brought anything up this week for Acolyte. I promised we were going to let it die
Obligatory joke.
for a week or so. But unfortunately, X-Men 97 did not win its Emmy for Outstanding Animated Feature. Animated series. It did lose to Netflix's, what was it, Blue Samurai?
Blue-eyed samurai.
Blue-eyed Samurai, which I'm sure is fantastic, but fuck y'all. X-Men was the shiznit.
I've seen one episode of Blue-eyed samurai. It's not bad, but I have not seen the rest of it yet.
Did you see those pictures of Rogue's voice actor at the award ceremony cosplaying as Rogue?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, she went in, I think it was one of the Hellfire Gala outfits that Rogue wore in the comics.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, she looked good. She looked good. She owns that part though.
Yes. Yeah. I would have really liked to have seen any of those ladies get a best actress award for their voice work. Like Allison Seeley Smith always does such amazing work, and Lenore Vance did wonderful work there. Like they were all amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Disney was kind of like, you know what, just let this one die. We don't need to pay him anything.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. I could see Disney taking a loss on that one on purpose.
I like to be taking L's lately, apparently.
I don't know. I wanted to see it win because it made me cry several times. Best I could figure is the people voting were Gambit fans.
Well, it's also the Emmys. Like it doesn't hold the prestige it once used to, like many, many years ago. And it's pretty corporatized these days. So being nominated is a good thing. Winning is almost like, hey, somebody got to pay up to get that one.
Kind of like the Walk of Fame.
Yep.
But I got good news for you two guys. Denis Villeneuve said that he is going to direct the third Dune movie. That is it for him. However, they are leaving it open for other directors to come in and do further sequels. They are not going to make this a bookend. He's purposely leaving it open.
Good luck to them.
A lot of books.
And they get crazy.
Oh, God.
You know, if he does his little trilogy there, that's fantastic. That's a little bit more than Chris Columbus did with Harry Potter. Like, the first two Harry Potter movies are pretty goddamn neat. After that, yeah, you're just kind of there for the ride. So, I mean, if he could make a good, solid trilogy that is like what the people that read the books are expecting, that's fantastic. If it gets weird after that, at least y'all still got that great trilogy.
Well, it's gonna get weird if they do God Emperor.
I was about to say, like, God Emperor will be like, whoa, what are we doing here? Somebody's going to have to be completely crazy for that. You almost need Jodorowsky to come back and do that one.
Now, would they do animatronics for Leto, or would they just make him all CG for that?
That's a really good question. I don't know. It depends on the kind of budget they got and what they're willing to go through. But for Dune 3 and Denis doing it, like, he's been talking about this since the very first one. Like, he only ever intended to do Dune and then Dune Messiah to do the Paul Atreides arc.
Yeah.
And that's it. So this has been his plan since the word go. And HBO and Warner Brothers, they're all on board with it. Now, I know that show is supposed to come out at some point. I'm not exactly sure how that's supposed to fit into any of this. I mean, it's not gonna, because it's like, you know, the Bene Gesserit show, but you know, I'm pretty game for this. I think it'll be pretty good. I just hope it actually caps off the story the way the book went.
I just hope it's good for you guys. Like, I have no desire to read the books. I have no desire to see the movies. But I hope it remains solid for you guys.
It's Denis. I have faith he'll deliver.
That's cool. That's cool. And that's satisfying for me. Like, as long as you guys are being entertained, I'm happy. Like, I can't say it's a dumb movie because I know my friends like it. It's just not my kind of movie.
No.
So, let's see. What else do we got for you guys this week? Yes. So, we were going to report, or people were wanting us to report, that it was reportedly that Goonies 2 was greenlit with the original cast returning. And I didn't take a screenshot of it for the longest time because the only thing we'd seen was really suspicious. Like it looked close enough to having the logo, but the font wasn't exactly correct. I've got an eye for that shit. I steal fonts every week for our show.
And you said like, that's fake. That's Photoshop almost immediately. And I'm like, well, I was just only asking you, hey, Sam Raimi's involved with this? What do you think? And you're like, that's Photoshop.
Yeah, it's Photoshop, and Sam Raimi would be like, why are we here?
Yeah.
And then I let it go until I see it on like Variety or Hollywood Insider, something like that. And we've got another story similar to this right now that's on the InSnider. Yes. The InSnider is reporting that Jared Leto has been tapped to play Skeletor in the Prime Masters of the Universe story.
Yeah.
Not confirmed. And I'm
Thank
not going to report
God.
anything like
No, but we're
fucking
going to talk about the rumors, but that's all
Yeah.
they really are at this time. And so take everything with a pinch of salt, everybody, because this week has been flying fast with some of these wacky rumors.
yes.
All I'll say about that is if Jared Leto is going to be Skeletor, I am out. I do
Yep.
not like him. He is a terrible actor. I don't care he won a fucking Oscar. I don't care. I don't like him. I don't like him as an actor. Don't like him as a person. And you will lose me immediately if he gets cast as Skeletor. He's a terrible fucking choice. He can go back and do a Morbius sequel for all I care.
Yeah. But none of those reports came out, and I finally see it on a reputable news site, KATV Channel 2 News from San Francisco, Oakland area, which from where Chad and I grew up, like if that was on the news, you'd be like, oh shit, that Channel 2 reported it. It must be true. They were citing their source as the Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your problem right there.
Chink.
The Sun. For
The
those
United Kingdom, the Sun.
Uh-huh.
For those that don't line their bird cages with fucking
With trash news.
It's Britain's equivalent to the Inquirer. Like it's dog shit made up fucking trash. So for a reputable news station to make a report and cite their sources, the Sun, wow, you guys make way more money than us. Like,
Yeah.
fuck y'all.
Professional clickbaiters is what those are. They've been around longer than the internet.
Here's something else you got to think about too. Not all the people who were in the Goonies are even acting anymore.
No. No.
Jeff Cohen, who played Chunk, he's a lawyer now.
Entertainment lawyer. He actually represents some of the cast.
Represented Ke Huy Quan. Got him a really good deal for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's all jacked to the gills too.
Oh,
Dude,
he is.
Fucking works out, and he's a beast. So he would not even look remote. If they did a sequel, it would be interesting to see how everybody comes together. But you know, Corey Feldman just basically said, "We don't know shit about this. We've been talking about it for 40 years. You'd think at least one of them would slip. You know, there might be something to that, but we are nowhere near close." Because anytime they've ever come close to actually greenlighting a Goonies movie, there's always been some of the cast member being like, yeah, there's an idea being floated around. We're waiting on Joel Silver or whoever it is for producers or scripts or whatever. But it's never come together, and it's already like 35 years too late for this shit.
Yeah. It was a good standalone movie.
Yeah,
I don't think
come back.
Yeah.
Gen X needs this to feel good about themselves.
Not
it was a video
every
game.
movie needs a sequel.
Yeah.
No.
And this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I think legacy sequels have gone way too fucking far.
Yes.
Kind of.
Stay away
Tron
from my Last
Ares.
Starfighter and Night of the Comet, you dipshits.
Well, see,
I mean,
the thing is when they started going full blast on reboots, they should have been going full blast on nostalgia sequels or the
Mhm.
legacy sequels. That's what they should have been doing while a lot of these actors still had, remote hairline and what have you.
And gas in the tank to do it.
Mhm.
That too. Now they need de-aging processes and fucking wire work and body doubles, and it's not fair to the actor. It's really
No.
not. Like,
Right.
do that stunt you did 35 years ago.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Indy, go ahead, break another bone in your body, and then we'll
Yeah,
do reshoots for another year.
I was about to say, how many bones does Harrison Ford have to break on set?
Drop a door on his fucking leg.
I'll leave him in the past.
They dropped the Millennium Falcon door on his goddamn leg and broke it in Star Wars 7. Yeah, 7.
Just saying. Just saying.
Leave it in the 80s.
Anyway.
Hollywood is devoid of creative juices anymore.
Well, we've known that.
Hey,
for
remember
how
that
long
one
now?
movie or cartoon back then? I mean, I got something for us in a minute. I'm talking about 80s cartoons, but Jesus.
Gummy bears. Oh.
Going here and there and everywhere. We are the gummy bears. Yeah, I know the fucking song. You're all fucking welcome. I got it stuck in your head now.
Are you kidding me, dude? I've gotten my youngest daughter addicted to the metal version, the Frog Leap metal cover of Gummy Bears, and she doesn't care about the
There's
show.
a metal
at
version?
all.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
fucking
God.
love that guy.
Yes, Leo
Oh.
covers Gummy Bears, and it's dope as fuck. He does
You're
that.
gonna need
and
to send me a link.
I will.
I just today I caught his cover of Sledgehammer.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
Oh yeah, no, that guy's fucking good.
DuckTales is another good
Mhm.
video. Great shit.
I need to go down another rabbit hole, apparently. I don't know about any of this. I'm gonna send you guys down a rabbit hole. But
He's got like 500 some videos on YouTube that are covers, and
Mhm.
they're all amazing.
His
They're all
cover of Toto's Africa,
better than the original.
way better than the original.
like
That dude is
down
just-
in Africa.
And then when he does it live, it's better than
Oh,
the
yeah.
studio version.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way cool.
I'm
Leo
gonna be checking that out.
Maracchioli, I think his name is.
Okay.
Yes. I'm horrible at pronunciation, so I'm not even going to attempt that.
Hey, all you had to say was Frog Leap. I had it right there.
There you go.
You know what? I can't discredit this here.
Uh-oh. Don't
It's
tell me
not-
there's a Darkwing Duck one.
Not yet, but I am going to have to look for that.
Be still my ever beating heart. Love fucking Darkwing Duck.
But the moral of this story, before we leave this, is it wasn't news until it
No.
was news that reputable news sites got suckered by the Sun. And they even cited the Sun as their source. Like, real. Who
No.
the fuck is your editor these days? Like, J. Jonah Jameson just fucking had a stroke.
Harry White would have thrown you guys out the freaking top floor.
He would have been screaming "Great
Superman!"
Saber's ghost" at the tops of his lungs.
If he was
You're
Superman, he would have flown
fired.
by now.
Jesus.
So I reposted this, like what Corey had said, basically that they're all still tight and not a single one of them have heard anything.
Yeah.
And I reposted that and said, and this is why we won't report anything on our show that's not been cited by an actual reputable news source first. And Corey
like Variety, the Hollywood Reporter. I mean, you can call them shills, but they put out verified news.
yeah,
They'd be the ones reporting this, not the Sun.
exactly. And none of them were. So I was really sketchy on it.
Yeah.
And Corey liked my tweet. So I was like, yeah, the Corey dug it. I will never do anything to put our show at risk of being called out by the Corey. I'm sorry. I
Nope.
just won't.
One of the two great Corys.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. What's next?
Well, do you want to keep along with the 80s train? You guys are talking about some metal and some 80s cartoons. I got something quick that'll tie right in.
Hit it.
Do it.
All right. I'm gonna get shit. 1 second. Riveting podcasting, everybody.
He's gonna get shit.
Just want to make sure it's lined up and ready to go here.
Are we
Okay.
still talking about shit?
No, but your mom is.
Oh.
Oh.
I saw this on Film Threat the other day, and it's a fun little AI trailer. I know, regardless of what you think about AI, there's a great channel here, AI Forge, and he did Thundar the Barbarian as a 1980s dark fantasy film, Super
Ooh.
Panavision 70.
Huh.
2,000 years after a rogue planet tore the moon apart, the remnants of civilization lie in ruin.
Cool.
From darkness, a new age of terror and magic emerge. In this world of nightmares where the twisted remnants of the past haunt every shadow, one warrior rises to challenge the darkness. Thundar the Barbarian.
Cool.
Beside him stands Princess Ariel, a
Hey,
sorceress with knowledge of forgotten horror,
Oh yeah, baby.
and Ukla the Mock, unmatched in strength.
Oh, hey, look, it's Lion-O.
His
Yeah,
I know, right?
bane of
With
evil.
nipple rings.
Yeah.
But in the shadows, powerful wizards and twisted mutants covet unspeakable power and seek to enslave humanity. Mindok, the mad scientist, clings to life in his twisted metal shell. Chrome, the wicked
Yeah, it looks like a
sorcerer,
Nazgul.
seeks to control
Right.
time itself, bending the past
Oh, that
and
was the
future
Doom
to
popcorn
secure
bucket.
his eternal
Yeah.
reign. In the depths of the Canyon of Death, they will confront an ancient evil. An
Apocalypse?
evil
The
that
Rock.
could extinguish the last light of hope. Wizards rule,
There
mutants
was
reign,
Sauron.
but Thundar will
Like our
be
Maestro
their
Mars.
doom.
Yeah. You know, Jack Kirby did a lot of the early designs on that show.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Not surprising.
I mean, all you have to do is take a look at some of the animation models, and you can really see his influence.
I
So
bet.
that's AI Film Forge, everybody. Go on and give them a look. They got some great ones here. Looks like he's got a Legend of the Zelda one, Star Wars, Baldur's Gate. They got a Space Ghost one. I can play that one real quick, and then we'll kind of move along from there. But like, you can go through he's got some great fun work, and these are just fun concepts and great ideas. And while he uses AI, like, they all look really good.
In the boundless reaches of space, darkness reigns. Pirates and aliens rule unchecked, ransacking colonies and preying on the innocent. The Galactic
Bored.
Federation's power crumbles, leaving entire star systems at the mercy of ruthless outlaws. But amidst this chaos, one vigilante
well,
rises
spaceship.
to defend the helpless and bring justice to the lawless. They call him Space Ghost.
Coast to
Cool.
coast.
With his young allies, Space Ghost fights back against the darkness, Jan, a fierce and determined warrior, wields her blaster with unyielding courage. Jace, a skilled strategist and engineer, brings ingenuity and resourcefulness to every battle. Together with Blip, their ever-loyal companion,
Flip!
they form an unbreakable team, united in their mission to protect the innocent and reclaim the galaxy from chaos. In this unforgiving expanse, old enemies have risen to power. Zorak, the ruthless general of the Dokarian, leads his mantis-like forces with deadly precision,
Those look more like
seeking to
grasshoppers
conquer
to
the
me.
galaxy through fear and destruction. His enemies are legion, their power overwhelming. But in this endless night, one warrior remains, a ghost, on a relentless path of justice.
And
Space
nighttime
Ghost,
talk.
motherfucker. What's that, Kevin?
And nighttime talk show.
Yep, coast to coast.
I did like those, but
Those were funny.
I have learned recently that there's a specific comic book run for Space Ghost that's actually pretty serious and really cool. I wrote it down somewhere and I still got to find my little note about it, but I really want to check out when they actually treated him as a serious badass. And I guess it's a really good story.
That was fairly recently, wasn't it? Like within the last 20 years?
Yes, Gail talks about it every once in a while. and
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
really good.
I think I remember seeing like a cover that looked like it had been done by Alex Ross.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the one. I remember the Alex Ross was mentioned as the cover artist for it and whatnot.
Who's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come is still one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I need to read that one.
It is so good, Jeff.
I am like way behind on comics every every time I get recommendations. It's like the list is growing.
That's where you're just kind of like, why hasn't that movie been made yet? No.
Well, that's kind of what they're working on with the DC universe, is like a reverse Kingdom Come story, so to speak. But that makes like no sense to a guy like me who has like no concept of what that is. So
Honestly, if they're gonna do Kingdom Come, they need to do it animated.
Yes. Yeah, at this point.
Same thing. Like if they ever did Blackest Night, they would need to do that animated.
yeah, I've read that, so I would agree with that.
They won't because they're stupid, but
True.
that's the best Green Lantern story ever.
Ooh, that made Kevin think.
I was thinking of Fast Friends. But I don't know if that's Green Lantern or Green Arrow, so.
Or was that Green Lantern and Green Arrow?
Was it? I thought it was Flash and
There was-
one of them.
Flash and Green Arrow never really got along outside of the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always remember the team ups being Flash and Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Flashing
but they
Green
also
Lantern.
did Green Lantern and Green Arrow. They did the Hard Traveling Heroes back in the 70s and 80s. Because that's
That's
when
right.
they did the story of Speedy, Green Lantern's sidekick,
Getting
being
in
a heroin
heroin.
addict.
Poor Roy.
God, that they shit on that character all the time in the comics. Then there was that one story where they killed his daughter and cut his arm off.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
Mm.
that got retconned, but still. Because after that, he fell off the wagon.
That's right.
Ah,
I mean, if somebody's gonna relapse, that's not a bad reason to relapse. Going through that kind of shit.
all right.
Ugh.
All right, Kevin, next headline.
So okay, we had a headline of John Bon Jovi's suicide attempt this week.
And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I saw
when
that
he,
too on-
when he sent their show notes over. I'm like, what?
But it just made everybody go, huh? And look. So what happened is apparently Bon Jovi and crew was on this bridge. They had a bridge somewhat closed down, at least one half of it, to shoot a video or something to that effect. And while on break, he and his wife were walking across the bridge talking. And once they reached the other side, they noticed a woman on the outside of the bridge looking down. Like, the woman was seriously looking to kill herself. It was about to jump. And Bon Jovi and his wife stopped, and they literally talked this woman and picked her up and pulled her back over on the safe side of the bridge. And I really wanted to crack a joke, like, so he didn't sing to her to bring her back over then, because that would have just no, like, but I can't poke fun. He really did a good job of like saving this woman's life. So go you, dude.
Yeah, good
good
job,
on you,
John.
John Bon Jovi, not bad.
Thank you for not singing her over. Sorry. But that
He'd be wanted dead or alive if that was the case.
Oof.
well, you know, it was a life choice, but sometimes you just need some bad medicine.
Ah,
Since we were talking about heroin anyway,
Shot through the heart, buddy.
and then going
yeah,
on to
just raise your hands.
We're assholes, everybody, in case you've never
Yes,
watched
we
this
are.
before.
just wait for it.
We're just getting warmed up now.
Continuing along with music news, the VMAs happened this week, and I don't watch music videos. They don't even fucking make music videos anymore, but they have VMAs still. And out of all the things that happened, apparently, you know, Taylor Swift got the highest number of VMA awards, and Kanye actually let her finish this time.
But Beyonce don't have the best music video of all time.
No, and she got omitted from the fucking CMAs too, and that's a big old hubbub. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to get into that shit. But the biggest thing that happened to me in the VMAs was Katy Perry doing her song, and then after her performance, pulled a Susan Sarandon and decided to get a little political and start talking about voting this way, voting that way.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. I only caught her getting all freaky on stage during a musical number.
Well, with that, she then followed it up by saying, "Oh, by the way, I just did that performance on the first day of my period."
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, Susan Sarandon no longer has the dumbest fucking acceptance speech in history.
Okay.
And
girl power?
And I couldn't help but to think after seeing this picture, was that why she was so bloated?
And so cranky.
I only want the green M&Ms.
They better not have W's on them either.
She's a whore. She's been a horrible person to her staffers and shit like that. So I clown. But this guy, Jack Antonoff, apparently got shit on by everybody.
Love his
online. Name. He's being called disrespectful for having put earbuds in when Katy Perry came out to sing her song.
I usually do when a song of hers comes on anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say to that? Like, in other
Right
news,
on?
water is wet. Like,
The sun is bright.
Blood is red.
I would have done the same shit. Like, we understand, motherfucker. We're old too.
It's not because it's too loud that we're too old. It's no, we don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like, is this what happened in Trap? Is this what that movie was about? Like, he just didn't have the earbuds or whatever.
That's great. M. Night, this is the plot of Trap 2 for you.
That's why she was so bloated.
Damn.
And that, thank God, is all that happened that I caught in the news this week.
God, how do I transition out of that? Jesus Christ. So I gotta. God damn it. Well, in other. Well, if you want to be cranky about something else, everybody, the PlayStation 5 Pro has been announced this week to the tune of about $700, everybody.
Was it
And
$699 or $799?
$699, but the
Ooh.
stand is not included with this box. It'll be sold separately. And if you want a disk drive, that'll be extra as well. And currently there's a run on all the disk drives because all the secondary market, so to speak, I'm being polite about that, they are buying them all up. So when the PS5 Pro comes out, they can supercharge those bitches up on eBay or Amazon or wherever they're going to be reselling them. And that's just the way the market goes. I mean, if I had the ability to do it, I'd probably do it too. It's how you make money. It's just the way it goes, supply and demand. If you got the supply, there's going to be a demand. Now, when they did the run on PS5s years ago, when they first came out, that was a different situation because nobody was able to really get these almost immediately. Now you're able to actually kind of go into a store and you might legitimately see one or two PlayStation 5s out there that you can buy. No disk drive on this one. So if you want that, you're going to be spending this for the console. Plus, it sounds like $40 for the stand or $35 to $50 for the stand, somewhere around there.
Jesus Christ.
And then $80 at least for the drive. So you're talking about another $130 on top of this just to get a PS5 Pro. And if you want to know specs, I mean, this is only a marginal upgrade over the current PlayStation 5. Other channels are doing a much better breakdown, but on a live stream, I thought this would be fun topic since Kevin and I both have PS5s and we're all gamers to an extent on here. Kind of wanted to pick Kevin's brain about this. What do you think, Kev? You gonna upgrade or are you gonna be like, I'll wait for the PlayStation 6?
I'm gonna wait for the PlayStation 6 unless mine takes a shit. And believe me, we all know that Sony fucking fires up jacked up firmwares to fucking destroy your systems when it's time for you to buy a new one, as far as they're concerned.
Yeah.
Goddamn planned obsolescence.
This is all the specs for everybody curious. So
yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with my PS5. Now the first one got fucked up because when you put it horizontally, like it shifted wrong and it wouldn't play PS5 games anymore. It would overheat. So I've kept mine horizontally at this point.
Mine is the same.
Yeah, and it plays just fine. I'll never do that again. Clearly, I don't have another $500 now $700 to spend.
Yeah.
Sounds more like $1,000 after everything is said and done.
Yeah,
you might as well get a real PC at that point.
Yeah,
and if you like VR gaming, there's another $500 there for that shit too,
which Kevin does like.
Yeah, liked it too much because my son broke the first one.
Kapow.
Love him though we do.
Just smack it down.
He's probably watching like, my dad's gonna kill me.
He still remembers.
Which I have not played with that since I started playing Hogwarts Legacy. So
yeah.
And my wife's like, God, I miss this VR. At least that was short.
Yeah. But
anyway.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of an upgrade. But if you've upgraded your chip, the hard drive space on yours, like, there's really no point in getting something that's like this. It's just a marginal upgrade. I remember like when PS3s were going to PS3 Slims, or the original launch of PS3s had the PlayStation 2 backwards compatibility. Then they took that out, and all you could really do after that was PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 3 games. PlayStation 4, at least you could do some things. When they did the Pro model of that, it was a clear upgrade too. This is just, you just did a couple tweaks, and that's all you're doing, and you're going to charge people like $200 more?
Yeah.
Well, people are just going to go buy a PS5 instead, or just not buy one at all.
Yeah. I've got a PS4, and I don't see a reason to upgrade because I'm happy with the games I've got. I mean,
Right.
also, I can't fucking afford another game system.
No,
I'm broke as shit.
they cost almost as much as a month of rent at this point.
Oh God,
Right.
no fucking kidding. Especially in California.
Yeah, you include tax and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, for as much as I love my physical media, I only have one PS5 disc, and that's RoboCop. Like
Yeah.
the convenience in me has just gotten the digital as soon as it comes out, or I'll pre-order it because I like the things that come with the pre-order. I don't like buying my games through GameStop for a pre-order because GameStop's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's just more convenient to me that way, but I don't want to have to go buy a disc drive. I like watching movies on my system. I'm not going to buy the movies digitally.
No, I'm not a big fan of digital unless it's just,
No.
hey, let's do a quick rental for like $3.99. That's one thing. So I don't have to spend like $20 to $35 on a movie. Like, say, I don't know, Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire.
Yeah. Just want to see it once. Well, $20 forever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
And-
really cheap. I check shit out of the library.
Hey, nothing wrong with
Okay.
doing that. I've donated some like old DVDs that when I upgrade to Blu-ray, I've donated those to libraries, and now Blu-rays when I go to 4K. So when somebody goes to the library, somebody's going to be like, "Holy shit, what the hell's the Halloween Blu-ray doing here?" Well, I already have like 30 versions of it. You can have number 31.
But not my 20th anniversary edition VHS, you motherfucker.
Still with the snow globe, still on my shelf over here.
See,
When I do a room tour, I'll show it off everybody because you only see like this one little side of this room. I really need to clean up this fucking room. But speaking of movies and some Sony stuff, and I'm gonna play this anyway. But we got some Venom: The Last Dance news going on. We got a trailer, and we got some rumors about Null, which I will ask you guys about afterwards. And I don't care if we get kicked. I don't care. I'll clip it out, and when we upload the segment separately, I'll do my little fun stuff with the trailer.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, that looks fun to me.
That does look funny.
I know the second one was just kind of like, eh. This one actually looks more like a little bit more like the first one, but obviously a continuance from it. And I don't know. I like the movies. I mean, second one, like I just said, is kind of but this one looks pretty fun. And they're gonna be doing Null as the villain. Now, Kevin Chad, I don't know who wants to talk about that. I don't know that other than he's like the god or creator of the symbiotes.
So they call him the King in Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I
And
know.
I don't know a whole lot. He's the god of the Clintar. That's actually the name of Venom's species.
Okay.
And actually, in the emblem, it kind of looks like the spider emblem that Venom has, but it's actually a red dragon looking thing.
Okay.
Now, what I do know for a fact is Null's creators at Marvel are pissed off that they're not getting any kind of royalties for his inclusion.
Yeah. I
So
thought we'd
I'll-
bring that up while we're talking about
Yeah,
all this too. So
but
'cause there's a
what
few
the-
headlines that tie in all this.
Yeah, the character I know, I know right now Eddie Brock himself is kind of filling that King in Black role. Brock's son had been wearing the Venom symbiote, and now they're doing the Venom War story, and the symbiote has again bonded with Peter.
Oh,
So
interesting.
that's about all I know. All I really know about what's happening in the Spider-Man comics these days comes from Reddit. After they retconned out Spidey's marriage, I'm like, fuck you guys, you're not getting my money anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
But they did the King in Black story, I want to say 5 years ago, something like that, when they actually gave an origin story for the symbiotes.
Hmm.
And that's about all I know about the character, other than the fact that, like I said, Null's creators are rightfully pissed that they're not getting any kind of royalties for his inclusion in the movie.
Well, that's probably changed because I was on an earlier stream with Nerd Wars, Nerd Rage on Saturdays, and we were bringing that up a little bit. And my thinking is they could have either been under a non-disclosure, or because Sony has been so secretive about this third one for so long, we're only just getting a lot of this information since, like, every time a trailer drops, we get more information. My thinking is there's either been a non-disclosure agreement and these guys weren't able to talk about it till literally the trailer dropped, and they're like, oh, we just found out about this now. We've seen this happen before with other creators. They're like, no, this isn't happening. Then the second they get the green light, it's like, oh, I only found out about this today. Could be part of that kind of deal. Or they could have legit not known. But this is a Sony Marvel production. This isn't Disney. So my thinking is Sony, once this came out that they were going to be using Null, they're like, all right, send them the FedEx package now, send them an email now, contact all of their agents literally as we're dropping this now. And it probably hasn't cycled to them because their agents and attorneys are going through all the papers being like, okay, you are sending us money, because Disney would dick these guys. Sony, I don't think they would. They want to keep that license to Spider-Man. And if there's anything that interferes with that, that could give this whole entire property and IP back to Disney, they would avoid doing that. They like keeping Spider-Man in their own little grubby mitts, in my opinion. So I don't think they're screwing these guys over. I think there's either a non-disclosure or they were waiting till literally this moment before they're like, all right, send this shit out now and get these guys paid, because we don't want to fuck anything up here.
Or it's possible that the money that was supposed to go to them went to Disney.
And Disney was supposed to take care of it, maybe?
And Disney didn't reallocate the funds where they were supposed to go.
Which wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, too. That's a good thought.
Because they have carte blanche to use any of the Spider-Man characters that aren't Spider-Man. And once they use those characters, Marvel can't put them in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what the deal was. All right.
Yes. So I don't know. I really don't know how they were supposed to get paid.
I think ultimately they're going to get taken care of, but yeah.
Like maybe they sell the character to Marvel once it's created. Like, you know, we retain the rights to do this, that, and whatever. They could do some really shady shit. Like Marvel's always done really shady shit with taking proprietary ownership over a character. Both companies have.
Oh yeah,
almost all of them have.
You know, shit. You and I were talking about it last week on NTV when we were talking about the Batman episode on Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Where it was very much supposed to be the story of how Bill Finger got screwed out of Batman. Same thing.
Comic book episode.
Yeah. That's why they call it getting fingered in the business.
That is very true. That was a really good episode of that show, too. So anybody who's wondering what the hell we're talking about, our Friday the 13th season 1 episode that just released on last Wednesday, we talked about one of the best episodes of the season, and it's a comic book episode, and it just gets right into it too.
Yeah, like I didn't realize any of that when I was a kid, but now I watch it in my 40s, and I'm like, oh, shots fired. They talking about you, Bob Kane.
Yeah, Bob.
Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster didn't get creator credit on Superman until that first Christopher Reeve movie. That was one of the stipulations when that movie got made. And because I forget which one of them it was. I want to say it was Shuster. He was working in a post office at that point.
Yeah.
And he finally was able to get medical insurance because he was not doing well health-wise at that point.
No, and then their families were still fighting. Their estates were still fighting for what they dude.
They were in the early aughts when DC did the Final Crisis. Was it Final Crisis? Infinite Crisis. When they killed off Connor Kent. That's why they killed off Superboy, is because of a dispute over the Superboy character between the estates and between Warner Brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And after it got settled, that's when they brought the character back.
Connor's got to go, and Superboy Prime's an asshole now.
Yep.
Yay! Yeah, well,
I
good
hated
reason.
that.
Oh, that Infinite Crisis was not a good story.
I read part of that actually, and I'm like, this is kind of lame.
More than kinda.
Yeah.
It's when Jeff Johns was starting to get a little bit too big for his britches, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Smallville is a hit. Trust me. Trust me.
I got this. Famous last words from a dude.
Yep.
Ladies, you know what we're talking about. Well, it could be famous last words because what's being looked at with this Spider-Man or Venom, I'm sorry, is they're going to use Null as a bridge into Spider-Man 4 and into the larger MCU, where Null is going to be an Avengers level threat. And they're going to bring in Tom Hardy, Tom Holland, more firmly back around. And so that's why we're going to get a Spider-Man 4, and they're going to be more integrated into the MCU going forward after that, is what the current thinking is going on.
I wonder if Tom will be anti-Venom in the MCU.
That'd be interesting.
Well, they did leave. Well, kind of depends on how you look at like No Way Home.
Yeah, you're right. The end credit scene.
Yeah,
Anti-Venom suit would look pretty fucking sweet, you gotta admit.
it could work.
They have a
I didn't think
version
about
of it on
that.
the video game that has kind of like sparkled. It's black instead of
Yeah.
the white, but it's got glitter in it, and kind of like, ooh, that's pretty.
Yep, metallic.
I liked it. It was cool. It looked spacey, is what it looked like. So I was like, well, fuck, I like that cosmetic.
They
But
don't do enough white costumes in comics.
no, it looked pretty interesting for what it was. I didn't like turning Matt Gargan into Venom.
Oh, that was stupid as shit.
Yeah, I only liked Eddie Brock being Venom. I didn't like most of anything that happened after the 90s. It
Yeah.
wasn't the same. It
Now
wasn't
it's
as
Dylan
special.
Brock.
Ah, God, I'm so old. But they've got to have history and shit stories beyond what we grew up with. I get that.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I think it would be kind of neat if they put Spider-Man in the Future Foundation costume at some point.
Well, we'll see what happens after the movie comes out.
Yeah, but again, I liked that look, so.
I also still want my new Fantastic Four movie. I care more about the new Fantastic Four movie happening than the actual Fantastic Four movie happening.
Yeah, the more I see about that, the less I'm sold on it.
Well, they're kind of speeding that fucker along. I mean, along those same lines, they just got a director for Spider-Man 4, so they're really gearing up for everything going forward now. Like, it's all hands on deck. Although I'm still thinking they're going to cancel the Blade movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised at this point with how long that film has been in development hell.
No kidding. And this is the Shang-Chi director, everybody. So,
Yes.
So at least the action will be pretty fun.
Yeah. I liked Shang-Chi. That was a cool movie. I really dug the balance between action and comedy in that one. I can't say I didn't like Wenwu. I really did. But they changed the character of the Mandarin in a necessary way. Yeah. It was a necessary change. Like, I get it. But to have him show up outside of Iron Man was kind of moments past.
Yeah.
So. But Shang-Chi was way cooler than fucking Danny Rand.
Oh, God. Don't get me started on that. Oh, fucking Iron Fist. Oh.
Way cooler.
We actually
got
only
the dragon.
I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Never watched Iron Fist.
I watched all of it. Oh.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
I wanted to like it. I couldn't.
It was kind of like when I went to see Cloverfield and my dad wanted to leave, and I kept saying, "Wait, it'll get good. I bet you it's going to get good." Should've
Eventually,
laughed.
maybe.
Should've
Or not.
laughed. I don't like to admit when my dad's right, but he owned me on that one.
Well, speaking of owning, you want to shift away from superhero and get into some horror, guys?
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing for me.
Yeah, well, we got some good horror information news going on. I'm going to get into a quick little casting on the Black Phone 2 sequel. So if you Black Phone fans are out there, they just cast Demian Bashir, if I'm pronouncing that correct. If not, go ahead and comment. I don't care. But they're moving forward with Black Phone 2 with Universal and Blumhouse. So that's pretty exciting. It's due out October next year. These kind of inexpensive horror movies are pretty quick to turn around unless they're doing a whole lot of CGI. And if you watch the first Black Phone, there really wasn't a lot of that. So more practical, keep a low budget, low key. I'm all for it. My big issue is Black Phone was pretty singular as a story. What the hell are we doing in this one? Have you guys either seen Black Phone?
I have
No.
not.
I did like it. It's a good movie. And for me and Blumhouse, that's like saying something, but they got some decent movies.
I didn't hear anything bad about it.
You know, Ethan Hawke is back as the grabber again, so
Yeah.
Can we pause on this screen for just a second?
nope, go ahead. I was gonna actually like read this for everybody. Universal and Blumhouse will release Black Phone 2 in theaters on October 17th, 2025, and Deadline reports. So go to the main website, but we like to visit Bloody Disgusting, everybody. Demian has joined the cast. Scott Derrickson and Sierra Cargill will be writing and producing the upcoming sequel, with Derrickson directing. The first movie will be based on Joe Hill's short story. I didn't know it was a Joe Hill short story.
Oh, well, now I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke, well, yeah, right. Ethan Hawke will be back as a grabber with Mason Thames, Madeline McGraw, Jeremy Davies, and Miguel Mora also set to return. Oh, okay. In the first film, Feeney, Thames, a shy but clever 13-year-old boy, is abducted by a sadistic killer and trapped in a soundproof basement where screaming is of little use. When a disconnected phone on the wall begins to ring, Feeney discovers that he can hear the voices of the killer's previous victims. They're all dead set on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Feeney. The film was produced by, Crooked Highway, their production office, and presented by Universal and Blumhouse. So that's what we're getting. It did do pretty good at the box office, 161 million. So
yeah, I remember. Like I said, I remember people liking it, and
I liked
being pleasantly surprised that it was good.
Ethan Hawke was fucking fantastic. That's what
Yeah.
worked in the movie for me.
Gonna
I'll
have to
give
watch
that a
this
shot
movie
before that
now.
comes out. Then
I am definitely gonna have to watch this movie now.
Yeah, I do recommend it. It's not terribly scary. I mean, for us old dudes, it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna have to do something like Terrifier to really get us going here. But yeah, that's some fun news. And in another bit of fun news, we have friend of the show. He's got his own little movie going along. Mr. Sean Whalen. He's got his own little horror movie coming on.
yes,
The Sock Monster Creature Feature. So we're getting a creature feature from Sean Whalen. Anybody who is quite a little unsure about this guy, People Under the Stairs, and he's the Got Milk commercial guy.
Okay.
And,
but
go for it, Kevin.
he was most awesome in Special Unit.
Damn right. Season 1, baby. 6 episodes. He's our buddy. He's our guy. And so this film is Vegas Winters is a depressed, washed-up child actor who fled Tinseltown and owns and lives in a rundown laundromat. But the despondent man's tears of anguish turn a pile of socks into a loving monster named Crust, who protects Vegas and begins to eliminate his enemies.
That's
sounds
an
like a pretty
unfortunate
simple-
name for a sock monster, I swear to God.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm like, Okay, I don't know about the name, but I believe Sean. I trust him. He's a really good actor, and he's done a lot behind the scenes. I think this could actually be fun, and it'll be low budget. He knows what he's doing.
Low budget just means practical effects and sincerity.
Mhm.
And it's actually coming to theaters right now. Digital November 12th. So,
Cool.
and Blu-ray on December 10th. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and get like the Blu-ray for him. I tried to look in my area. I'd have to make a bit of a drive to go see it, so I don't know about that, but I'll probably get a copy on Blu-ray, and maybe we'll talk about it on our show.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Like,
I don't get many Blu-rays these days, but I got a couple recently.
I like
Once Upon a
Sean
Time in
Whalen.
Mexico and Godzilla -0 or -1.
Oh, I still need to get that.
It's coming out soon in America. That's the import version, but
Oh, well,
and it was a little pricier. But I ordered that a while ago. But yeah, so Sean Whalen, Crusts, that should be a fun little film for everybody. And speaking of more horror, scary stuff, we're going to do a little shopping on our little live stream right here. We're going to slash into Spirit of Halloween or Spirit Halloween. They listed what they were going to be giving away for or selling for Friday the 13th swag. So anybody who's kind of looking to see what's coming up here, if your Spirit Halloween has opened, you might want to take a look for these. If it has not, wait for it to open up, and then you're probably going to want to go jet in there. Most of these should be open by now or fully stocked by now, or they're working on stock. But I have this little Crystal Lake sign on my other wall, but I'm kind of eyeing up that bobblehead myself. And this mask sign, where it goes through all the masks.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty
That I
dope. I
like.
saw that last year. It's only like $15-20 unless they raise prices.
That's not too shabby.
No,
It
but that
reminds me of a
bobblehead,
growth chart.
Yeah.
a little scroll through. Oh, they actually have the prices down here. Lunchbox is only 10. That's a maybe.
Huh.
Oh yeah, $20. So that's still spot on. And solar powered bobblehead. Oh, that's gonna light up then.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll
Nice.
sync up to Harry Manfredini's disco infused theme from part 3. Oh my god, that is so mine.
Oh, Christ.
Ooh, hockey jersey.
Kind of cool. Kind of hip.
Yeah.
Got to get some
Oh, it's a
pants to
hoodie.
fit.
And then a whirl emotion static. Oh, that's for outdoor light. Okay.
Oh.
But who's to say you can't do that in your house? Come on.
That's true, too. Like,
That was
that's
my
why I
chance.
have the studio.
Crystal Lake activity sign.
Archery.
Target practice. Axe throwing.
Practice.
Arts and crafts. Carving and first aid. Oh my god, I love it.
Harpoon shooting.
Harpoon shooting. Oh my god. That reminds me of the video game again. God damn it. Fun. All right. And I'll let you guys choose. You want to do another quick little trailer or two, or do you want to discuss Tim Burton movies? Super quick. We don't have to go too long, but
I'm easy. Let's go. Whoa. I don't know. Tim Burton?
Yeah,
Tim
let's do the
Burton.
Tim Burton.
all right. Because there is a little list that my wife shared with me the other day from IndieWire. They ranked the 20 Tim Burton movies, ranked from worst to best. We can kind of go over this and see what you guys think about that. So they start with the worst, and they're saying Alice in Wonderland at number 20.
I have not seen that one.
Me either.
I would say maybe not 20. I think the sequel will be more the second.
Did he do that one?
Yep. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. It's okay. You feel like Johnny's a little tired in the movie too. Both of them actually.
Oh.
I mean, it's got Anne Hathaway. It's got ex-wife in there too. So yeah, I mean, some people like the movie, some people don't. Now,
Oh,
Dark Shadows at
God.
19.
Oh, Dark Shadows was funny.
I enjoyed it. That's about what I'll say. I thought it was fun. It did all right. It definitely wasn't the fucking show though.
No,
No, not at all.
Not even close.
not even close to the reboot they did.
Dude.
Oh, the reboot was cool. I liked that, but
Yeah.
the movie is just straight up funny, like caricature of the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was spoofing the show, I think is what it was doing.
Basically.
Yeah, like it was. I still really laughed a lot.
I did too.
The show was not supposed to be funny at all.
No, not even
Mm-mm.
remotely.
Well, it was a soap opera.
Well,
Yeah.
which was actually really good.
I mean, I get it, but golly.
Damn you, Dirty Apes at 18.
I
I
saw
didn't
that
see
movie
it.
once.
I've seen it a grand total of 3 times. Once in the theater, once when I bought it on DVD, and then not again until several months ago before going to the newest Planet of the Apes. My wife and I watched all the Apes movies, including this one. That's the first time I had watched this movie in probably about 20 years, I want to say. So, there's parts to it that are decent. It's beautiful. It looks great.
Oh, the makeup effects are still gorgeous.
Yes. And then after this, then we went CGI fest with Kingdom and all the other newer ones.
Mhm.
And while I like them very well, like practical effects, this was the granddaddy of that. But the story was stupid and Wahlberg was horrible.
Oh, well, it's Wahlberg.
That was Rick Baker. That's right. Tim Roth was pretty good.
Yeah.
Charlton Heston in his cameo was all right.
See, I'm surprised this wasn't 20.
What, Apes?
Dumbo. Well, yeah,
Oh,
Apes
Dumbo.
too, but Dumbo.
I haven't even seen this Dumbo, but
I
I've
haven't
heard it's
either.
like terrible.
It's terrible.
That's even Michael Keaton was like, yeah, I could have done better. I would have done better.
Yeah.
But they had so much studio involvement over them that they made what Disney told them to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was his movie.
Yeah, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I didn't know. I thought he produced this one. I didn't know he directed it though. It did gross over $200 million. Oh, it's a young adult novel. Okay. Big Eyes. I don't know this one either.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
I heard
Weinstein
of it.
Company.
I just never saw it.
She has pretty eyes. The thing behind her has big eyes.
I didn't even notice that till you said that. Let's see here. What's next? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I like that movie.
It was okay. I didn't hate it.
My brother watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory play, rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind from the point that he learned how to use the video or the VCR. So it's like I've watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory twice comfortably in the last 40 years, 35 years. But Charlie and the Chocolate Factory doesn't have any of that movie. Doesn't have a horrible song in the middle of it that slows the movie down to a fucking screeching halt. Has Johnny Depp and has Danny Elfman songs in it. So, sorry, Gene. You're better. You did a great job, but I love me some Danny Elfman music.
Oompa loompa doopa da dee. Why is Sleepy Hollow at number 13?
That's
Wow.
a good
This
movie.
pisses me off. This is actually a
that pisses
good
me
movie.
off. That movie is so good.
Yeah.
I do
man,
not agree with this at all.
I
I
saw that a
agree with
few
that at
times
all.
in the theater.
So out of 20 movies, from worst to best, this is in the lower half of his worst movies. Like, come the fuck on.
No, absolutely not.
Let's see, what is their reasoning here? Let's see. Police
He put his wife in it.
take on the story. Well, with Job playing Ichabod as a detective isn't the most compelling angle, but it's an efficient dose of period slasher fun.
What else were they gonna do? Make him a pussy ass teacher? Like he was Ichabod Crane was the cowardly teacher that took advantage of. I know.
Doesn't look like they're hating on it, but like they're just ranking other movies like way above this. But
Ichabod Crane was not a character you could get behind, like literally.
right.
He's not a character that you liked either.
No,
Correct.
no, he
Even
was
in
just
the
a
original-
victim.
Even in the original short story, you didn't
Yeah.
like Crane.
Yeah.
Corpse Bride number 12.
I would have put that at 13 instead.
Yeah, me too.
Agreed.
Corpse Bride is not a bad movie. It's just it's not what you expected it to be, and that was Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right. You would think it would be just as whimsical, just as charismatic, and it kind of falls flat at times for me.
It dragged a little bit, except
Yeah.
for the bar scene that has Danny Elfman music.
Ew.
Are we seeing a pattern? What?
The fact
call
that's not top
bullshit.
5 is bullshit.
I call bullshit.
Huh. All right then.
Whoever wrote this has no idea what good
Oh.
cinema is.
Oh my God! Really? Sweeney
It's a
Todd.
relatively paint by numbers battle between
Oh.
Michael Keaton's Cape Crusader and Jack Nicholson's Joker with less than exciting action to keep you invested. Did you even watch the fucking movie?
The fuck is this person talking about?
How
Still, it's
old
an
is this
entertaining and
person?
gorgeous film with an unforgettable Gotham created by set decorator Anton Furst and a steely Keaton performance and a manic, wildly entertaining Nicholson. All of that plus the iconic Danny Elfman score adds to pure fun summer blockbusting filmmaking. You put
This
it at fucking 11 with that? Jesus Christ.
defined the superhero movie for the next ever.
Yes.
Yep.
Like
Oh,
Blade
that's
would have not been as hard without
No.
Batman being what it was.
Goddamn right.
Absolutely not. You are so right, Kev.
And we never would have gotten Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer.
The most dangerous woman with a whip ever.
Best woman with a whip ever.
That too.
Sweeney Todd at number 10.
Gonna have to disagree.
Yep.
That's a good movie.
It is, but it's not better than Batman or yeah.
Frankenweenie. I didn't know he did that one.
Yeah.
I'm a bad film fan right now.
Frankenweenie was one of his original shorts
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
back in the 80s.
Frankenweenie.
See, I thought he
and
just produced it. I didn't know he actually directed it, is what I'm saying. So. Oh, okay. Mars Attacks at number 8.
Attacks.
Mars Attacks is over Sleepy Hollow? Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
Little twitch in the eye on this one. But
I like Mars Attacks, dude.
Yeah, it's
I do
fun.
too. We reviewed this fucker.
It's
It's fun.
a really fun movie.
It's got
Michael
a
J.
direct
Fox.
path to my fucking funny bone.
And don't forget, everybody, Jack Nicholson plays president in this one.
Yep.
He was fantastic in that. The new Beetlejuice at number 7.
I can't say one way or the other.
I
I
can't either. Haven't seen it yet. Yep. Big Fish.
I've never seen that.
I've heard of
Fantastic
this. I have
movie.
not seen it. Okay.
I really like Big Fish. I heard it compared to The Wizard of Oz, so I'm like, well, I'll be the judge of that. And yeah, it's really fantastical. Like there's no yellow brick road or different creatures, species of people or anything like that, but it is very fantastical. And it's Obi-Wan Kenobi narrating it. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I've heard about it for years. I've never seen it. Okay, we got Edward Edward Scissorhands at number 5.
Oh, that should have been within the top 3.
As long as it's top 5, I'll give it a point on that. So, Kevin, the original Beetlejuice at number 4.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's where I'd kind of probably slap the original Beetlejuice at. Ed Wood at number 3.
Ed Wood.
Nope. That should have been number 1.
Oh, you think that's his best film?
That's my favorite film.
Okay.
Pee-wee's
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's right where it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And of course, Batman Returns at number 1.
Batman Returns is not better than the original Batman.
No, it's not.
There's a lot I like about Batman Returns that's better than number 1, but as a movie, it is not a better movie than number 1.
No, I would not have put Batman Returns at the number 1 spot. Top 10, yes. Number 1, definitely not.
Is Batman Returns a Christmas movie, guys?
Yeah.
If Die Hard is, then Batman Returns is.
Gee, I wonder what we're doing for Christmas this year for a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Nice.
Oh, golly. That's an interesting list, but I can't say that I agree with it. Like I would have gone, my top 3 probably would have been Ed Wood, Edward Scissorhands, and Beetlejuice, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Or Pee-wee. That would have been my top 3. I love Batman, but I can't say Batman's better than Beetlejuice. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I think it's a tough one.
Because I just know I put Sleepy Hollow way the fuck higher than they had it.
Yes.
I'd put Sleepy Hollow within the top 10 for certain.
Easy top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I know, lists are pretty subjective for a lot of people, but like Sleepy Hollow is like one of my favorite films of all time, like for a reason.
Yeah. And Vincent, that's not in there, but Vincent was a short production.
Okay.
But
people would probably be crying like, well, where's Nightmare Before Christmas? He didn't direct that one.
No.
Yep.
That was his story, and he was heavily involved, but he didn't actually direct it.
Yeah.
I watch it every fucking year for Christmas.
What about James and the Giant Peach? Get out.
All right. And then before we conclude this night's festivities, I got a trailer for you guys. And it is not the one I initially chose. I actually found a different one. It's called Clawfoot. Now, this is an independent kind of thriller movie. It stars an Eastwood child, and it also stars a Gibson child.
Oh, dear.
And I'm making sure everything's lined up because I had to download this. Thank you to Strike Media for allowing me to do this. But here we go. And Kevin, have you heard about this or no? Other than what I told you about it. Okay.
The movie partnership.
Hey, baby.
Miss Eastwood.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yep. That's Mr. Gibson's son.
Nepo babies.
Not if they're working independent movies like this.
His family's really cool, though. Like, I've met his ex-wife several times, Dina Ruiz. You remember Dina?
Yep. Yes, I do. Ouch.
Right? Who's killing who in this picture? There we are.
Francesco East Milo Gibson. Ouch.
All right, then.
That actually looks kind of fun to me.
Well, if they're going and raising that much havoc, yeah.
Like a home invasion story turned on its head. Kind of reminds me of Better Watch Out a little bit, the Christmas one, which
Yeah.
was like Home Alone, but like pretty crazy.
That sounds worth watching.
Better Watch Out's a decent movie.
When did that come out? That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, let me look that up here. Better Watch Out. That came out 2016.
All
For
right,
Better
so-
Watch Out. Though the release date actually says October 6, 2017. A Christmas movie at Halloween. Come on.
Hold on. I think I got something for you guys. Let me see if I could find something.
And from what I can tell, it looks like Clawfoot actually just came out on June 7th. I think what I was getting was the video on demand information for it. So that's probably coming out very soon.
Hold on.
You know what? I'll queue up just one last one, actually, while you're looking.
I have to shill for my friends.
Hey, no, that's not a problem. All right. I got one last one, and then Kevin, if you have, or if you have something, if you want to share right now.
Go for it.
Okay. And this one is called Inherit the Witch. It is getting its release in about a week. And I actually don't know too much about this one, but I saw a little bit of the trailer, and I thought this would look kind of interesting for a stream reaction. Oh, come on. There we go.
Visually looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Counselor Troy?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Ouch.
Maglites.
And that was Inherit the Witch.
Huh.
Looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd give that a shot.
Just
Yeah.
based on the trailer alone, yeah.
Yeah, check that
Now,
out.
I actually don't know too much about the actual story, but, you know, just based on a trailer alone, that looks pretty interesting. So,
Check this out for just a moment.
Yep.
This is from our good friends at Shout Studios. This is also by the same director as Psycho Gorman. And it's called Frankie Frico.
you know, I thought I heard about this, but I really forgot about it.
It looks very interesting.
Okay.
That's the only way I could describe it. and loud.
Connor
Oh, that's
had it
okay.
all. The
there
perfect
you go.
job.
Hey.
The perfect girl.
You look like a movie star. Gary Busey.
That's not a
Perfect
compliment.
wife.
You don't need to look like this cranky freaky guy who's like a little gremlin that likes to party.
You shouldn't call numbers like that.
Until one day, things got freako.
This is Frankie.
Ready for what?
To party, my man.
Yes, I'm ready to party.
Yeah, we.
Oh my god.
We're gonna party hard, and then we'll be on our way.
Puppets!
Shaladoo.
God, it looks like Garbage
Listen,
Pail
You
Kids.
little
Yeah.
freaks.
Oh, this looks fun.
Oh my god.
Is everything all right? You sound stressed.
Oh no.
Don't pick it up.
Frankie! What is going on?
They found us. You can't escape me.
The world is in peril.
Where are we?
No more games, Frankie. No one runs from me. You're mine.
Don't be a hero.
This is bad.
I believe in you.
Let's boogie.
Be a freako.
He's got a little freako.
Frankie Freako.
President Munch needs a new concubine.
He's a keeper.
Yeah, that looks like an 80s acid trip.
I
Doesn't it?
know.
Calling all pet owners.
Hey, that's not bad.
Oh.
That's it.
That's kind of my wheel well. You know, I
love
love that
that.
kind of vibe to it.
And you know me, I love anything with puppets in it, and especially
Yeah.
if they swear. Like the Happy Time Murders made me laugh so fucking hard. And I know this is not that, but still, this is still my wheel well.
Right on. Well, thank you for bringing that to our attention, Kevin. Is there anything else on your list or anything else you want to throw out there before we say goodbye to everybody?
No. Just
No? Well,
goodbye.
goodbye. And Chad, where can everybody find you at?
I'm on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. I am at Mr. Peterman, and it's all spelled out.
And Kevin, where can people find you at, even though they can easily read the screen?
Well, you could find me usually on my couch playing Hogwarts Legacy. Otherwise, you could find us here at sonsandShadows.com or on our Sons and Shadows YouTube channel twice a week, 3 times a week usually. I can count. We've got NTV that comes out every other week. We have 0 Point Reviews that comes out every week. And of course, we have Deadwire Live that comes out every Saturday. Live.
Like tonight.
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes.
Yes. Saturday, the 14th.
Definitely
Thank you.
not pre-recorded.
Definitely.
No, we're not Memorex.
We're professionals here. Well, we're professionally signing off, everybody. You all have a good night. Hit that like button down below if you like this stream. We're here every Saturday at 9. We'd love having you around with us. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you want to join us on our journey. We are getting close to 7,000 subscribers, and we're nearly monetized. So that clock is dwindling and dwindling. So anything you could do to help us be greatly appreciated. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you all on the next one.